Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered. This time we're taking a look at the 1996 Subaru Impreza WRX STI Wagon version 3. Another Impreza Wagon with a long name to take on the course, and this is another STI version, the version 3, which I guess is my favourite of the sort of earlier Impreza generations because it's the quickest and it usually has the best race mods. Unfortunately, not the case in this version 3. It doesn't keep that fantastic sort of ruby pink reddy colour that you get on the version 2 wagon as well as the version 3 saloon, but it still does look quite cool. You can't go wrong with this livery. Of course, you get the typical STI trappings, the quadruple downforce, roof rails and the two wings. Yeah, it's a cool looking car, no doubt about it, and it should be a pretty quick car indeed, as most Impreza wagons usually are. Four-wheel drive, 409 horsepower, 1,110 kilos of weight. So let's get this show on the road. This car is going to get 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track in order to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the Mitsubishi GTO LM Edition. So at a time of 27.017, that's the 99 model. Because it gets confusing because we had the 97 run our leaderboard for so long, now there's the 99. And I need to preface that they are separate cars. So, in terms of this, well, there's no shortage of cars to compare this to. Obviously, in terms of Imprezas, we've had a lot. The version 2 STI sits with a 29.7, but that was one of the very first cars to go around. The version 3 Saloon, which did run Sans Race mod because there is the Impreza 96 Rally car from the arcade mode, which is just a version 3 with the racing mod. That car, Sans the Race mod, ran a 29.403, so it'll be interesting to see if the wagon is quicker than that or not. I think that's roughly the same time we got out that version 2 right there. But no, these I prefer these earlier Imprezas to drive. They are nicer than the later generations. They're still understeer, but these cars feel a little bit more sort of playful, a bit looser, which usually in a racing game is not something I like. I like my cars to feel sort of quite taut. I like them to be understeery. We are quicker than that version 3, 29.283. But yeah, usually I like that, but in the case of this game, not so much, I've got to admit. It's, you know, especially around a course like this, where you need the ability to sort of change lines on the fly, if you will. You know, you need the ability to sort of try and get some rotation around the corners and stuff. These Imprezas are better than the later ones, which again are a little bit more sort of set in their ways. Elephant footy, if you were to use a Clarkson expression. But no, these cars, I mean, they drive exactly how you would want them to. Obviously, you'd probably rather have the Saloon, just because it is, or sedan, just because it is a little bit more, it's lighter, it's more controllable, but still 29.147. Can this go under 29 seconds? That is the question. Obviously, that version 3, like I said, did not run race mod, which means A, we didn't see the fantastic ruby colour on it, but the Impreza rally car should cover that off. Ran and widens that wall, which isn't particularly helpful. Gun it on the grass. Does it go quicker? Yes, it does. 29.104. That's quick. That is quick. I'm trying to look on the leaderboard quickly if I can spot. Okay, it's not the quickest Impreza wagon, which is good because we had the version 5 go around. That has gone a little bit quicker, but still, good from the old timer, definitely. Yeah, it's a nice car to drive, as all of these are. It fortunately does not sit with the rest of the 1996 Subarus that all seem to sort of corrugate around the same area, but there you go. Could have gone a little bit quicker, potentially. I do think maybe there's an under 29 if you really sort of went for it. And by went for it, I mean was way more consistent than I am. But still, a very impressive lap from this car. A 29.104 will put it into 58th place. It sort of fills a bit of a gap that we were seeing between the two R33s. So it is quicker than the R33 V-Spec, quicker than a Roof BR2, quicker than a Celica GT4, which is telling on how not great Celicas usually are around this course. Quicker than the NSX RLM GT2. It's quicker than a Mitsubishi Galant VR4. Quicker than the Legacy Touring 96, which is the quickest, or was the quickest 96 Impreza that we had go around, other than the coupe version, which is way up the board. So it sort of sits in a great midway between the Impreza coupe from 96 and that version 3 saloon that we had go around. But again, we've still got the Impreza rally car from the arcade mode to go around, and I think that will turn out to be a fraction quicker than this. It'll be interesting to see what the difference is between the weight of that car and this car, because obviously the one downside of the arcade mode rally cars is they can't have stage 3 weight reduction. But yeah, a good showing from the Impreza Wagon, although I wasn't really expecting anything less, if I was to be perfectly honest. Anyways, that is it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Join me next time when I will be driving something completely different. Until then, farewell.